Lady Sandys, but you talked to Coach Jeff Williams, and I remember I spoke with him and I asked him to kind of compare this year compared to teams past. How does he feel about it? And he compared it to state championship teams, to teams that he's seen make it that deep in the playoffs. He said this team is similar to those teams. This is not like the teams that I've had before. He said the teams that we've had before have been strong. He's had good teams. He knows he's had good teams. The Lady Sandys have been good for a while now, but that being said, to be doing what they're doing this year, I feel like there may be something in the air that's different for Amarillo High.
I agree. And one of the things, and I heard him say this, and I couldn't agree with it more, because last year in particular, we talked a lot with Jeff Williams about the Lady Sandys shooting. They would be great in some games shooting the basketball, and they would be just awful in other games shooting the ball. And he really, I don't think, ever quite got that figured out last year. They just never found that kind of shooting consistency a year ago. This season has been totally different. They have so many good shooters, and and it's not like if one of them is off, everybody's off. It's one may be off, and then they've got four others who come in and take up the slack, led by sharpshooter Bella Edwards. What a spark she's been for this team. But she's not the only one that can light it up from beyond the arc. I mean, we know Jada Graves is a great three-point shooter in addition to all of her great skill. Tatum Bell, obviously, the WT signee, she can play inside, outside as well. And then, Chloe Gleisner has been a terrific shooter for the Lady Sandys, and several others. So they've really shown that as a difference this year, that they're shooting the ball consistently well from not only beyond the arc, but really just all over the court. Their shooting percentage has been very good against some teams that know how to play defense. So that is great to see for the Lady Sandys.
Right, and I think that's the number one thing that Coach Jeff Williams will point out when you ask him what's the difference between last year and this year. He say we're draining it now.
Yeah,
we're making shots.
It really
we're just knocking them down more often. And when you have sharpshooters like that, who you can rely on a game in and game out basis, night in and night out, not necessarily like you said last year, maybe they were good one game and then terrible the next.
That's
when
the
you
way
have
it was.
a season like that, you can't really predict. You don't have a good measuring stick of how far this team really can go, because you don't know which version of the team is going to show up. But when you have a team like this that's showing up night in and night out, where maybe one is off one night, but then you got 4 or 5 others to pick up the slack, that can really make a difference. And a lot of it, to me, at least in my opinion, I think has been obviously due to a lot of work in the offseason by the entire team and a phenomenal coaching job by Jeff Williams. But the emergence of Bella Edwards has really been, I think, something of a lightning rod for this team.
I agree.
You've seen it all season long.
And I think that kind of spurs everybody else on. When they see her lighting it up, I think it helps the confidence of the whole team, number one, but also the shooting confidence for the other players, too. And I agree. She has definitely been a catalyst as far as their shooting goes this year. And it's been fun to watch. The Paladura boys are a lot the same way. And even though we're not really talking about boys basketball at this point, but they've got a good group of shooters that can all just drain it. And it's so fun to watch. And, I think that really is going to make the Lady Sandys very tough to beat in district, even though they've got some competition with Caprock and obviously Tascosa girls, who handed them a district loss last year, are going to be in a factor in the race. So, it's no gimme in the District 3-5A race, but Amarillo High is definitely the favorite, I think.
Well, and you talk about Tascosa girls, they are